Welcome to the Grumpy Gobbler channel. My name's Noah, and in today's video, I go camping at a very beautiful spot. This video is kind of long, but I think it'll be worth it to you. Thanks for coming along. Well, I've reached my campsite rather quickly. I'm surprised this spot is open. And I was only on the main road for like 2-3 miles. Something like that. Anyways. It's a nice spot. It's huge. I almost feel guilty for taking this because you can fit a lot of people in here, but I went down to try to find some smaller sites. There was one spot that I had in mind, and it was taken, so I just came back here because these rocks are really cool, and it'll be nice to sit by the Forerunner and just look at the rocks. You know, when I say that, that sounds boring, but it'll be relaxing, especially with a beer in my hand. Still some snow on the ground. I thought there'd actually be more because it snowed this past week, and it snowed quite a bit the week before, but evidently it's been warm enough. It's warm now, and I'm in a t-shirt. You might be able to see snow-capped mountains over there. So now I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and set up my camp. I'll probably walk around the rocks a little bit later once I set up camp, because there's probably a view up there someplace. But it'll be nice to walk around the rocks, check them out. Anywho, that's it for now. I will check in a bit later after I crack open a beer and have some chips and set up camp. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Of course, nobody's been in here since I got here about 2.5 hours ago. And right when I start recording, somebody pulls up and pulls in. So you can see how big this spot is. And I'm just one person. So I talked to the guy for a minute and just told him if he doesn't find anything else that he likes, he's welcome to come back here because it's kind of big enough so we can be away from each other. I warned him I play music and stuff like that. So he said that was fine. Anyhow, I thought I'd do a walk around. So in case I don't use the other video I did, I've already climbed up here once. So now I'll climb up here again. Probably breathing hard right into the microphone, so excuse me. I'm not exactly in shape. I need to work on that. Cool little rock outcropping area here. Nice spot. Like I said, plenty big enough. Cool rocks. This big narrow one right here. Not sure you can see it, but there's mountain, snow-capped mountains out there. Probably have to walk farther out there to get a more clear view. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm lazy. Not a bad area. Cool rocks. Cool views. Kind of surprised the camp spot hasn't actually been busier than what it is, because it is kind of a busy area. During the summer, there's no way I'd get this spot. A lot of area to explore. Not that I'm going to do that, because like I said, I'm out of shape. But I know what some of you are going to say. If you walked around more, maybe you'd get in shape. At least that's what June would tell me. Let's walk, see if so I can get through over here. Be an interesting place to fly the drone. If I don't use this clip, I may end up taking the drone out here, and I'm sure it would have fun trying to fly through these trees without hitting them. This weather is stunningly beautiful. I don't know what the temperature is, but I'm in a t-shirt. Just kind of seeing if there's an unobstructed view someplace. An awesome area. Somebody's camped here. Can't bring a vehicle here. Try to do this without slipping and sliding, because the snow is turning into ice. Not quite the view I was hoping for. Still beautiful. Awesome. See if I can go to wide angle. Nope. I gave up. Try to do this again without slip sliding away. Don't see any bear tracks, that's a good thing. Not that that bothered me too much. Not too afraid of bears. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. Anyhow, I just thought I'd take a little cruise around here, show you the area real quick. What a day. I'll have to find a good spot to do a time lapse later. And maybe I'll send up the drone and walk out here again. But maybe not. Because I think it's time for another beer. What do you think? What kind of track is that? That's not a dog. Unless it's a very big one. But I only see the one. Okay, well, that's a little tour of my camp area. I'm sure it was thrilling. And I'll check in a little bit later. Probably not till I start making dinner. And I'm actually, tonight, going to cook. I brought a steak. Yeah, I know, shocking. It's not a mountain house. It's not something in a bag, not frozen. It's an actual steak. We'll see how that goes. All right, check in later. Steak. That's what's for dinner. Or it's supposed to be beef. That's what's for dinner. This is Brazilian Steakhouse. Let that sit on there for a while. Now I'm going to heat up the pan in the fire, and we'll see how that goes. And I wonder why I don't have any hair on my knuckles. we'll see how this goes. This is an experiment. This is the first time I'm going to be trying to cook in this fire. It'll be interesting because the fire is actually going right over the pan, but we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to let that pan get really hot, and then I'll start cooking my steak. Alright. So I got these little silverware sets from Amazon. And for some reason I don't want those ones. I want this one. So I can have a fork. And these were just some inexpensive little silverware sets. And let's see, do I need anything else from there? I don't think so. I'm just going to have the steak for now. I may have mashed potatoes later. I brought some instant mashed potatoes. I'm going to get out my... Actually, no, I'm not. That should be all I need for now. All right, with dinner, I'm going to have some Hazy and Love IPA. I've had this before on my channel. It's from Tivoli Brewery, and it's really good. Hopefully you can see that. That's what the can looks like. This is really good stuff. All right, first thing I'm going to do is, I know you can't see me, I'm going to put some butter in there, because butter goes with everything, because butter is awesome. And I'm thinking the pan is hot enough, so I'm going to go ahead and throw my steak in. And we'll see how that does. Let me kind of put a watch to that. Unfortunately, the wind's kind of blowing the wrong way, but it is what it is. I'll deal with it. I'm not really afraid of burning my hands a little bit. I already don't have any hair on my hands. Take a drink of my beer. It smells all good already. That should attract some bears. So I'm just going to let that cook for maybe a couple minutes on each side, and that should do it. And we'll see how cooking on this thing works. I do have some gloves so I can take the pan off of there. It hasn't been breezy all day, and now the breeze is picking up, which is okay. And again, I'm having the Hazy and Love IPA. A little product placement for my wife, who is a real estate agent. If you're thinking of moving to Colorado, contact me and I'll put you in touch with her. And I'll give you the best realtor in the state, which is my wife, coincidentally. Remax Alliance. This will be my turning method. That didn't quite work out as planned. Give that just a minute. And then I'm just going to bring the whole pan up to my little stove. Burn my fingers a little bit, but that's okay. I don't need any fingerprints. Do that. Just grabbing the butter out of the refrigerator. That didn't work quite as planned. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I'm a little... Try to do this without losing every single one of my hairs on my hands. That should be enough butter. I'm just going to give that a minute on that side or two, and we'll see how it goes. Well, certainly the cast iron skillet gets hot enough, so that's good. That's good to know. And I don't really need this for heat, but it does kind of serve two purposes. If I get cold, I could be cooking and getting heat at the same time. Maybe it's kind of good that the fire is going actually over that thing. All right, I think I'm going to take that off now. It's been a couple minutes. I might have overcooked the one side, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. Put this up here. I'm going to turn off the fire because I don't really need it because it's not cold. Try to do this without making a mess. Put my beer in my... All right. Dinner is served. Steak looks good. Dinner with a view. And here's the test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did overcook it a bit. I left it too long on one side. Yeah, I definitely overcooked it. I usually like my steak medium rare. So, this is obviously not. But it is very delicious. And now, every bear within a 5-mile radius is on his way here. Nice and crispy on the outside. All right, well, tonight I'm going to have something besides just beer. I'm going to have this Jameson's Orange, which is so good. I'm going to have that, and I'm going to mix myself a little nightcap. So I'm going to open this up here. First, I need to add some ice. I brought some ice, and surprisingly, it didn't melt a whole bunch in my refrigerator. So, fill this up. Let's try to get some of the ice in to the cup. And this is a drink my friend Lance turned me on to. Actually, he did it with, I think, regular Jameson's. But the orange just is so good. So I do about half Jameson's orange, and I'm probably slurring that a little bit, and then ginger ale, and kind of do that the most of the rest of the way. And then just a little splash of, initially it was just squeezed limes, but I just use this fake stuff. And that's it. And that's the drink. I don't know what to call this, but it is very, very good. And so that's how I'm going to finish off my evening. I've had my dinner, and now I'm just going to enjoy this for a little while, and then probably go in and watch a movie and go to bed. I don't really have anything to mix this up with. Just shake it around. So I'll just kind of give it a little shake. Mix it up a little bit. Oh, that is so good. So I'm going to enjoy my drink, watch the ending of the sunset, listen to some music, and I don't know that I'm going to record the rest of the night, but so if I don't, then the next shot you'll see is the morning. Had a great afternoon. It's awesome here, and stay tuned for the morning shot. Oh, that's good. Well, good, beautiful morning. It's beautiful up here. You may see down there, there's a trailer. Somebody decided to come park there late last night. I never even woke up when they showed up. I don't even know if they're blocking the road. Hopefully they're not. A little bit rude, but whatever. It's kind of expected up here. Anyways, I have my coffee. I started to film the starting of my making of the coffee, but I didn't finish filming that because I was going to film a time lapse, but then the shot went away. So I'm obviously here on the rocks above my site and enjoying how beautiful it is up here. And it is beautiful. Try to climb up here with it. Oop. Spill my coffee. I didn't. So, I may have drank a little too much last night. Those orange Jameson's, whatever, drinks with ginger ale are so good. So I had 2 of those. May have been one too many. So I was feeling good by the time I went to bed. Went to bed about 9 o'clock-ish. And started watching some movies. Kind of bounced around. Of course, I started watching The Martian. But as per usual, I fell asleep. And slept pretty darn good. It was totally comfortable in there. Of course, because it's not winter, or it's not really cold. Got down, or the temperature this morning when I woke up was 31 degrees. Inside the 4Runner, it was 58. Talk about nice and toasty. So, very comfortable when I woke up this morning. And got up, did my morning business, and made my coffee. Tried to be a little bit quiet because there's people down there. And just because I think they're rude doesn't mean I have to be. So I'm gonna get back up there. Yeah, they're totally blocking the trail. So we'll see, or the road, the little trail out. But I'll get out. I'll get around and make all kinds of racket. So I'm gonna get packed up here in a little bit. Probably just sit down and relax for a little bit before I start packing. And get on my way home and start editing this video. It's so pretty up here. And besides me talking, all I hear is the wind through the trees. Let's go check out another view before I stop this. Let me try to get down without falling. Should really fire up the drone and wake those people up. If you were a trials rider, this would be a good spot. Couldn't do it on a motorcycle, wouldn't be allowed, but trials bicycle you could. Okay, well, if you've made it this far, appreciate you watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. If you have some input, leave a comment down below. If you're not a jackass, I will respond to every comment. Grumpy Gobbler, out.